Good to go. Fantastic.
Yeah, everyone can welcome Jake.
Hi everyone, I'm Jake. I was one of the first people to go through this course in Leeds. So 1 year ago, I walked through this door and that got me nostalgic as well. So I want to talk about 5 things that have annoyed me as my first year as a developer. But some of my colleagues are here, so I just need to, I can't get too angry because most of it is around them. So it's a good start. So first thing, and this is a common theme, testing or lack of testing. This is so common. I'm sure, yeah, you can appreciate this. This quote is just every day. So we don't have time to test. It's just it just frustrates me because it affects me. I don't understand my code down the line. I mean, this is some of my code I was going through. Don't tell anyone I'm showing everyone our code. This is not open source. I was going through this and I was like, who on earth coded this? And then I looked a bit further down and was like, oh, that's me. Yeah, there were no tests associated with this code either, so I couldn't even tell what it was meant to be doing. There was a lot of delving through this code and console logging. And this is another common phrase I get when talking to people working on a different area. All my tests are passing, so there's not a problem on my end. It's not. These guys are already guessing who I'm talking about. Okay, so testing, and there isn't not much of it, as you can tell. Disjointed front and back end development, as I've just touched on, it doesn't always go hand in hand. This is a conversation I started to have. I'm anonymizing people. This is Rob and Ben, which you will find out that you will not know who they are. They were also on this course. So I get this error. It's getting a 400 error on an endpoint I didn't know was changing. So Rob, or Bert, as we're going to be calling them. So they're saying it might have been something we changed. No way could it be something we changed. And then Ben comes in, the smart ones among you realise I actually just accidentally got Bill in there, not Ben. So that's yeah, I'm quite embarrassed by that. So I know. Yeah, and then Ben's just like, yeah, this has changed, but my tests are passing, so it can't be us. And I said, this is something I've been told there's a fan club for this. My snarky responses to people now, and said, well, it's still failing, so there's something wrong. This is a very common conversation I'm having at the moment. Number 3, scope creep. So this is something that happens all the time. So I've got a board here that's going to show how our tasks progress. The white is our tasks. The green is what we've actually completed. This is bugs being input. The client is saying they've seen a fantastic feature on another app. It's just now we're just too scared to add anything to our job board anymore. So this happens all the time as well. I said I wasn't going to get angry. I feel myself boiling up. So yeah, before that, yeah, you know how that ends. Okay, scope creep. Don't worry about it. Lack of soft skills. Okay, we've already seen I get angry very quickly. This is something I said. Rob, there's an issue. Rob, there's an issue. Rob, there's an issue. Rob, issue. My personal favourite. Thanks for letting me know that endpoint changed. I'm very annoyed. I don't have very good soft skills. I didn't really get taught those. So to recap, I'm guilty of not testing. Yeah, I wasn't the one. I got annoyed at myself for that one. I also ignored what they were doing on the back end. Didn't really feed back into them what I needed on the front end. I'm guilty of that. I was the one who saw some things that I didn't like about my UI, so I just chucked a couple of extra tasks in there. I wanted it to look prettier. I got annoyed. And also, I'm guilty of not being able to count because I said there were 5 things that I'm annoyed at. So, what's the 5th thing, you might ask? The 5th thing is actually, I'm not celebrating what I've actually learned over the last year. And when I was asked to do this talk, I thought I'll look back on what I've actually done. I went out, I learned Vue. I created an app in Vue from scratch, and that was great fun. I hosted things in AWS and Azure, something I hadn't done on the course. I learned UI and UX techniques from people in my company that I wouldn't have dreamed of being able to do a year ago. I learned how to use React hooks. That was fun. Yeah, good. Big thumbs up from there. Attended dev events in Manchester. Like I say, I did the complete opposite of you, where I was in Manchester commuting to Leeds. Now I'm back in Manchester. There are so many great events to go to that I love attending some of these events. Integration testing, something on the front end that I've just started to learn to do. I'm using Enzyme. I'm ditching it, but yeah, I've learned how to do integration testing. I've worked on jobs that try to use Agile, but it's actually just waterfall with sprints. It's interesting. And I've learned how to talk to people who have a different opinion to me. So I'm working on it. Yeah, I still have a couple of those moments, but yeah, I'm getting better. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening. I hope you don't go and report back to Bert, because because I didn't say too many mean things about them, did I?
Talking on Teams again.
Oh yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah. Okay. Oh, questions? Yeah, you go for it.
For those of you who are not initiated, can you just explain what it means to go into a situation where you're working with waterfall with sprint structure?
Yeah.
You might not have been
Yeah.
Agile yet.
So Agile, I would be expecting from week to week, it'd be our goalposts would be changing. With waterfall with sprints, we've said this is the end goal. You need to reach it by this date, but we'll break it down into 2-week sections, and you're always going to be aiming for that same endpoint, and it's going to be a specific deadline as well. It's not fun because you still get all the downsides of working in a waterfall methodology where the last 2 weeks is always a hard push anyway. That's not fun. Yeah. To put it bluntly. Yeah. Any other questions?
Anyone else?
I'm happy to answer questions in a calm manner. Yes.
Is there anything that surprised you since you were a developer?
That no one likes to admit that they're wrong. Me included. Yeah. Any of you guys got any questions?
I don't dare say anything.
Oh, don't worry. I won't say anything mean about you in the next one of these I do.
Anyone else?
Oh,
Anything?
you disappoint me.
I ask questions all the time, it's fine.
That's true.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.